discuss about the production of primary metabolites. So we know that the primary metabolites is that will be produced in the log phase. In log phase, especially the microorganism will utilize some of the components which is very essential for its growth, and it will also produce by on its own because of the metabolites. It is like metabolism system. In organic acids, either it can produce organic acid or amino acids or alcohols. So we are going to discuss in this chapter regarding the production of all either acetic acid, lactic acid, or the acetic acid. And then the amino acids of only the few amino acids we are going to look for, as we all know that there are 20 amino acids is there. And alcohol is also only the minimum productions of ethanol, butanol, propanol we are going to look for. Okay. In unit 2, we will cover only all these things. In previous class itself, we have studied some of the overall process of upstream and downstream processing. So first it will start from the you know that first we have to prepare the inoculum, then we have to go for the seed fermenter. So next we will go for the production fermenter under optimum conditions, and also the temperature, pressure, DO, everything will be monitored. And for certain period of time, if the microorganism can produce within a 10 or 20 days, within that we will wait it, and then we will harvest from that production fermenter. So from the harvesting it will comes under the downstream processing. So in downstream processing there are 5 stages is there. So we all studied what is exactly the evaporation, then how to concentrate it, everything have been studied. Only it is like an overview for everything, for any production unit. So in this today we are going to discuss about the citric acid production. So before going to that, you should know what is primary metabolites. So the primary metabolites is that the microorganism will start utilizing your nutrients, and it will start growing inside the medium. It will start multiplying for the on utilizing the conversion of its raw material into either those carbon, nitrogen sources, and also the trace element present in the nutrient will be utilized, and it will on utilizing it, the conversion of that product or breaking down your carbohydrates will happen. So this will be called as metabolites. So if the organism is start growing, it will first what we on first stage of the log phase, we can say in log phase it will break down all the carbon sources and it will be converted into primary metabolites. So then on further utilization of the remaining nutrients and multiplication of the microorganism, it will start producing the secondary metabolites. As already I told you that the secondary metabolites can able to uh, act as a defensive mechanism for that microorganism to prevent the cross contamination or cross growth of any other microorganism into your media. Okay. So, what are the primary metabolites? Either the acids will come, or else the alcohol, or else some of the, you can see ethanol, citric acid, and glutamic acid, lactic acid, acetic acid, acetone, formic acid, butanol, propionic acid, trihydroacetone, glycerol, and also the amino acids. Few amino acids can also be produced from it. So this is basically the primary metabolites. So based upon our needs, we have started fermenting some of the microorganism in a bulk production in most of the pharmaceutical industries. So if we required some of the amino acid which is deficient for us, then they went for this fermentation process. That is by using a microorganism, they start producing a particular amino acid in a bulk manner. So this is what happened in the pharmaceutical company. Then the secondary metabolites. In general, we can say the secondary metabolites is very vital for that microorganism, and it was almost the derivative of only the primary metabolites. And most of the antibiotics, alkaloids, and toxic pigments, then vitamins will be produced as a secondary metabolites. We will move on to the citric acid production. In citric acid production, we know that the citric acid is mainly present in the lemon, and in most of the flavored in food industries, we can say for the flavoring agent, for the juice preparations, they will go for this citric acid, and also for stabilizer, also it will act as an. So for that, initially in earlier days and all, for isolating the citric acid, they directly use the lemons and they crushed it, and then they will concentrate only the citric acids. But nowadays we can say there are many microorganisms which can produce the citric acid as directly fermented from the microorganism itself rather than using the lemons. As you know that lemon is a seasonal food, it can be get only through some of the seasons, and the concentration from the lemon is quite low when compared to the microbial fermentation. That's why they went for this citric acid from the microbes. So where and all they are using this citric acid? So you know that in the most of the food industries, some of the flavoring agents, if you are using lemon iced tea and all, you can see that flavor will be somewhat different when compared to a natural lemon. So, as in flavoring agent in jelly, jams, frozen fruits, then also soft drinks, you can see in 7 Up, Sprite, and all, and then Limca, it will be quite different. And also, some of the wines they are flavoring, they are using as a flavoring agent. Then the citric acid will also be act as an food preservatives, and in chemical industries they are using as an anti-foaming agent, and for the metal industries for obtaining a pure metal, they will always concentrate that metal in citrate form. Okay. In pharmaceutical industries, for the preservation of blood, they are using trisodium citrate. So you know that if you're taking the blood outside your body, after few minutes it will get coagulated, so it will get clogged, it will be like a jelly foam. So in order to prevent that, they went for this trisodium citrate. Then in for the preservation of oilment cosmetics, they use the citric in the form of iron citrate, and for stabilizing fats, oil, ascorbic acid, they use this. And for some of the metal ions, it will act as an anti-catalytic reaction agent. And also for the emulsion, it will act as a stabilizer. Okay. So for detergent and cleaning industry, citric acid is being used for cleaning your exact flooring and all, and also for the in order to get a very bright cloth, they will go for this citric acid. Before that, they have used polyphosphates. Okay. Then, what are the microorganisms can able to produce the citric acid? Mainly, the Aspergillus niger is commonly used for the industrial purpose and all. Even though there are many microorganisms can produce the citric acid. One is that Aspergillus clavictus, Aspergillus venti, Penicillium luteum, Candida catinula, then Corynebacterium species. So, in for the best quality of and also quantity of citric acid production, they also use some of the genetically modified Aspergillus niger. Okay, these are the microorganisms which can possibly able to produce the citric acid. Then what